And welcome everyone to a Scout Sim Entertainment 5v3 at Minas Tirith. Today's replay is part of the new patch that was just released. It's called the Cold Fix patch of 3rd Age Reforged 0.971. And today's replay comes from the ALLFATHER, who's commanding the realm of Khazad-dûm. Now before we get started, if you'd like to send me through other Reforged replays, there are now links on the screen and the description below. There's also a PayPal option, Subscribe Star, Patreon, and Streamlabs donation link in the description below if you'd like to support my work. However, if those aren't options for you, and please remember to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, tick the bell for notifications, and leave your own thoughts about this battle in the comment section below. And with that, let's get in with the replay. So we've got some 4th Edition Shield Guard here. We've got about 4 units of Warriors of Khazad-dûm, along with another unit of 4th Edition Shield Guard on the flank. It looks like the ALLFATHER has learned the lessons of the previous Minas Tirith battle, which saw a massive sally out from the Dalamoth cavalry that gave the attackers a lot of grief. Next we have some Hammers of Gundabad, a couple of units, some Sentries of Khazad-dûm, looks to be just 1 unit there. We have some Mithril Guard, Guards of Khazad-dûm, and Khazad-dûm Reclaimers, that's the axe throwing in. We have 2 units of All Counters of Khazad-dûm, and 1 unit of Iron Watch of Miramir. Now these guys might have the updated patch on them, which will see them be much more effective than they ever were in the previous patches. Moving on to the second attacker, we've got Amladris, commanded by Chateau Picard. I know Dustin will be happy to see Amladris in pretty much anything. We've got some Norentina warriors here, along with some Eldamli archers. We've got some Swords of Rivendell. Looks to be about 6 units or so of Swords of Rivendell here, along with 3 units of Loyalist Guardians just over there, unarmoured up. Not armoured up at all. The Gwatham Rundan, however, are armoured up. I believe you can tell that, or at least you could tell in the old version, based on the black helmets. When they weren't armoured up, they weren't wearing those in the old version. Next we have some Norentina warriors, some Norentina cavalry, and some Eldamli swordmasters. And that brings us to the 3rd attack. And next we have Umbar, commanded by Ricky Beagle, who we've seen a few times now in Reforged. He's got some Adunium Shield Guard, a couple units of Corsair infantry. These guys are pretty good for a light tier unit. They're an archer / infantry unit. They'll do pretty good against most light to mid tier units. Act as a good holding unit and buffer against cavalry charges as well, if you want to protect your more elite troops. Next we have some Naru and Arul Guard, some Belkath Axe Guard, some Alcarandas Legion, some Belkath Shield Bearers, a Trebuchet, some Harbingers of Casimir embedded in a Belkath Axe Guard unit. We also have some more Belkath Shield Bearers and some Alcarandas Legion, and some Belkath Pikemen here on the flank. So each attacker so far has been very conscious against possible defender cavalry charges. Next we have Isengard, MP Bekami 13, who does have a weak perimeter, as cavalry will totally obliterate Dungeon Clansmen for sure, in a full frontal charge. But still, he's got some guys of Orthanc protecting his rear. They'll do a better job. We have some Urkai infantry. We've got about 4 units of Urkai infantry. It also looks like we have a Nazgûl High unit embedded in there somewhere, just over there. Next we have some Dungeon Clansmen. We have a Fire of Orthanc. That is the bomb from the 2 towers, pretty much. Bringing these, you won't be able to use any of these berserkers once it goes off. It'll kill every person in that unit. So, just so you know, when you purchase that cart, once it goes off, what you see is what you get. You don't get to. There's no secondary uses afterwards. Next, we have some Half-Orc Vanguard. We also have 3 units of Urkai Pikemen spread out a long way. This definitely protects the 2nd Isengard player. But I'm not sure why he spread it out this direction when the defenders can easily run around and attack his main force over here. I would have put the pikeman a little bit more to the right personally, but in any case. He's got 2 units of Urkai crossbows here as well. Stakes are out as well. Although with the pikemen in front, I'm not sure why he did that. And we have the final attacker, Irish Gunner, commanding the 2nd Isengard army. He's got some Dungeon Clansmen here, along with some Urkai infantry, some Nazgûl High. Urkai infantry looks to be 3 units here, some Urkai Reavers, some Urkai Pikemen, Dunnington veterans, some Urkai Berserkers. We also have some Dunnington Clansmen, Trolls of the White Hand, Urkai Reavers, more Dunnington veterans, more Clansmen, and 1 unit of Urkai Pikemen in the rear. And that brings us to the first of 3 defenders. We'll pull out the units as we see them, as the defending factions are mixed throughout Minas Tirith. Our first player is the Wars of Erebor, and by Ladan 1230. He's got some Erebor Legionnaires, some Obsidian Guard, some Blacklock Engineers, and raising just above the wall here and coming down to the second level, we have some Sons of Durin, along with some Ironfoot Axe Throwers, Airball Legionnaires, Axe Guarder Airball, some Ironfoot Warriors. We have the second defender, Mordor, coming out by Tommy Wiseau. He's got some Adunium Shadowbows, some Highborns of Airball, some Ironfoot Halberds, a Catapult from Mordor, some Ironfoot Spears, Ironfoot Crossbows, more Spears, more Warriors, more Spears, it would seem. We have some Axe Guard Airball, more Crossbows. We also have some Temple Guard, and you couldn't upgrade them. Temple Guard did not have the armor upgrade in the previous version. It doesn't look like they had the same upgrade option in this version either. Okay, next we have some Moron Infantry, some Sauron's Will, couple units it seems. No, just one here, sorry. We have some Nazgul, some Orc Javelins, couple units I think. We have some Ironfoot War Goats, Moron Infantry, Minas Tirith Chosen. We also have some Mithranda's Retune. We have the final defender, Gondor, coming by Grizzly Fox. He's got some. We also see some Temple Executioners here, armored up. Second unit of Nazgul. That would be pretty expensive for Tommy. It's a big gamble. There's some more Minas Tirith Chosen, Guards of Orthanc, Olak High, Moron Halberds, Orc Javelins again, Moron Infantry, Pelican Marines, couple of units here total, some Wardens of Minas Ethel, some Dragon Slayers Arid Mithrin, more Pelican Marines, the Noctian Honor Guard, Fountain Guard, Ithilien Rangers, Gondorian Spearmen. So far all the Gondor units I have seen have been armoured up all the way. I still believe they're about 50 coin upgraded to the silver upgrade. For every other faction it costs you 100 coin to do that, with the options available. Next we have some Wardens of the White Tower, some Raven Helms of Keir Andros over there, some Citadel Guard, some more Fountain Guard Marksmen of Keir Andros, and over here we have second unit of Raven Helms, some more Citadel Guard, and more Citadel Guard. I think that's it guys, so let's get this siege started and enjoy the siege of the new patch. Alright, I think we might see a sally out here of the defending cav. It makes perfect sense to do that. They're pretty much useless using them inside the city. Okay, so we have some Adunium Lancers we didn't see before. Okay, Mithranda's Retune following them. The War Goats, it would seem, are also following them. You've got the defenders trying to organise themselves a little bit inside the city, as we can see through the gate there. We'll go for a jog with the cav, see where they go. It looks like they're heading towards... Oh no, they're heading towards Ricky's? No, sorry, that's Chateau's direction. Okay. Okay, we also got the cav here. Norrentine over there, like cavalry, as it says there. The Adunium Lancers should mop the floor with them. The Mithranda's Retune should charge in here. But they're going to go after the Madaris Guardians, a good target. Here we go. Not a good charge there, surprisingly. The Madaris Guardians should have been destroyed by that. Adunium Lancers charging into the Swords of Rivendell. Let's have a look at the fallout. Not too bad, all things considered. And Madaris is getting off a little bit easy, actually. We've got Swordmasters charging in, not a good idea. They're not a spear unit, they're not a pike unit. Wargoats, I think, are charging into them. They are the bigger threat. Good charge there from the Ironfoot Wargoats. It's funny watching infantry pursue cavalry. You're never going to catch them, guys. There is literally no point. Okay, we got Mithranda's Retune charging at the Guaita Marindane. Oh, a huge area here from Chateau Picard. Not protecting his Guaita Marindane. This is his best infantry unit. They're heavy, they're elite. You do not want to lose them to cavalry. Okay, looks like the Norrentine broke before, but they've reformed and coming back. Trebuchet knocked down one of the walls. Okay, Chateau has tried to pin the Mithranda's Retune. He's done a good job. He's taken out about 4 or 5 of them there. Not bad at all. We've got Adunium Lancers. The defenders here are just butchering Madaris. Natos did not bring hardly any spears, no pikes, no Natos sentries, and he was definitely the weakest out of all three players, I think. So it's easy to see why the defenders targeted him so aggressively. I mean, he's got almost no defense, he had no answer for this cavalry. His only answer was the Norrentino cavalry, and they were destroyed within seconds. Now, I think Chateau's saving grace here is that because they're holding the siege equipment, it's sort of confusing the cavalry here of Gondor. So that's why they didn't get a good charge on them. If they charge from this direction, however, it's hard to see them missing. Alright, what's going on here? There's the war goats. The other we saw masters are still charging after them. There's the Duneon Lancers. And Mithraeus charging the swords of Rivendell there in the distance. We'll have a look at this charge here. Yeah, melting away there. It's hard to imagine the war goats not charging at the Natos elderly swordmasters. Oh, the cavalry is trying to target the unit going in the siege tower, but they just missed them. Not a good charge there. Again, cavalry struggling to get good charges on the Maris Guardians. A little bit of a surprise. Swords of Rivendell, however, are dying badly. Khazad-dûm needs to get here pronto. They're really struggling. There might not be anything of a Natos left by the time the rest of the forces attack. I mean, they might be exaggerating a little bit, but the cavalry is just butchering Natos. I mean, look at the trail of dead bodies. Now it looks like the cavalry is starting to fall. But what's really weird here, though, from Natos is that he also brought hardly any archers with him. I mean, granted, it's hard to use archers until you're inside the walls, but still, 1 or 2 units I would have thought he would bring, but obviously not. Now, Ravenhelm's a Candros against Gwaitham Marine. Gwaitham Marine should win that. We also got Wardens of the White Tower up here, along with Ravenhelms. And we got archers here, Ithilien Rangers no less, targeting the Natos Guardians. It is 4%, 5% to 3%. Okay, there goes the... Yep. That's the card of Orthanc, or the fire of Orthanc. Now, it looks like... Yeah, it looks like the Rangers still have their body-piercing ability, but I'm noticing that they're not displaying a blood stain anymore like they did in the previous version. I'm wondering why that is, actually. You can post a comment in the section below as to why you think that is not really... as to why that's no longer showing. That'd be really good to know. It's obviously still body piercing, but yeah, the blood stains are gone. Gwaitham Marine shredding the Ravenhelms. It looks like Natos is desperate to get all these forces here on the walls. He understands it's his best hope for survival. Warriors Khazad-dûm here, charging out. Oh, mistake here from the ALLFATHER. I'm really surprised he did this. Seeing what happened to his ally just a few minutes ago. I mean, watch. See? Jesus, he must have bought 2 carts, or it's maybe that Irish gunner bought another cart with himself. Because we've seen 2 carts now go off. Those carts aren't cheap. And you see all the warriors there fall. That's not good. I mean, he should just form up a perimeter with his 4th Legion Shield Guard and his sentries of Khazad-dûm. Just while his forces assault the walls here. And here we go. See? The Lancer Cavalry is just eating up these infantry units. You cannot deploy infantry as a guard against cavalry. I mean, there's been a few mistakes here that the defenders here have just pounced on. one of the key ones is little defending cavalry, or little to no spear and pike units from the ladders. Even some archers would have helped deter some of that cavalry. Marksman and camp members here pelting the sides. Alright, we'll go and check out see how the other forces are doing. Okay. So the other Isengard armies have made their holes, deploying their siege towers. Don't know why they're deploying siege towers that far away. They've got a long way to run. But the other attackers are really yet to go in at all. And Tommy's actually targeting the Corsair infantry here. Not a bad idea. Ricky's charging for shield bearers. Again, this unit will not deter cavalry and will fall victim quickly to heavy lancers. Or even normal lancer cavalry. See, the archer fire has deterred Tommy somewhat. He's coming back around, looking for another target probably. We got Khazad-dûm nearby. ALLFATHER setting up some forces to help. Iron Watch, hopefully we'll see them use the data. I don't know if they can be used where they are right now. Now what the Citadel Guard could do here is deploy behind the Amaris Guardians. But looks like he doesn't want to. Gondorius just halting the unit of Swords of Rindell, they'll be able to hold them easy. It's up here. That's just one guy left. All the Swords of Rindell. And for some reason Tommy's withdrawing his camp inside the walls. That's a little bit silly. They'll do no good to the attackers, sorry, to the defenders inside the walls. There's no room to maneuver. We've got some snugger skirmishes here, but do they actually have a target? Alpha crossbows. Are they deploying here or not? Okay. MP Beckoning getting some nice hits here on the defending forces. It's good that cavalry can charge out through the walls on this map at least. When I Skilliath, I know that was a problem before. Next we have some crossbows firing in against the Axecutter airball. That's good support there. Snugger skirmishers can get a lot of good hits here on the Axecutter airball. Okay, we got the airball crossbows. I think they're going to target this unit of snugger skirmishers once the Duty Lancers get out of the way. It's 10% to 11%. That battle's a bit slugger. I think Tommy's just going to leave them there to roll to die. We got Uruk-hai Captains. Okay. This used to be the Bulldogs of Durthane. The name's obviously changed now. The Brawl to Uruk-hai Captains. We'll keep an eye out for name changes. But what was wrong with the Bulldogs of Durthane?
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
Wow. Grizzly Fox's general is gone. But Gondor has moderately good morale. They should be okay without it. We got Pelican Marines. They were brought up a little bit too early. They still have their javelins. And Grizzly was actually lucky to save them. We've got hammers are good and bad coming out of the walls right now. I wonder where they're going. Oh, they're just staging their forces where their protection is. Okay, we've got 136 Marines here. Now, I think the attackers will struggle for a little while to break through here. I think Gondor might be able to hold that for a couple of minutes. I wonder where the Marines are going.
Men have done well. The gates have fallen.
Okay, so now I'm seeing a bit more coordination here from the attackers. It's putting a lot more pressure on the defenders. We've got 121, 140. Morale's shaken and it's eager here. Okay, we've got Veterans of Gilead here. I'm not sure what they're doing. They're fully armoured up. But aside from the Hammers of Gundabad here, they don't really have a target. So I'm curious to see where they go. Okay, they're targeting the Hammers of Gundabad. We also got... Yeah, okay, here we go, Pelican Marines. Unfortunately, Citadel Guard is in the way of the Pelican Marines. It's really affecting their accuracy. They're just going to move them back a little bit. Or move the Citadel Guard forward a little bit. It looks like that is his plan. Now, I'll head back briefly to check out the other side of the city, see how that attack is going. We've got Ricky Beagle here assaulting the walls up here. The defenders could have a whole host of problems. If the attackers send all the forces down here, they don't have too many units. Pelican Marines here could theoretically fire up to the shield bearers. We've got Warnsme and Ethel here, but they're not firing either. Templar Guard's also here. But what they're doing, I don't know. Pelican Marines, I think, aiming for the wrong target. They shot at the warrior Khazad-dûm over there. I'm sure that most of them would fire. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're shooting at the Gwytha Marine Dane. Alright, what have we got going on? More on infantry heading up.
Our foe has taken control of the city.
So Tom is still trying to hold the walls there. That's good for Tom. Okay, we've got a lot of forces here. Minas Morgul Chosen heading in. Minas Morgul Chosen looks like they've got a touch up, and they're looking good. I like it. Even the shields, I think, look a bit different. They look a bit fiercer. Hopefully the morale's better too. Because I've seen Minas Morgul Chosen break very easily, and this second man they chose poorly. Whoever thought those guys were a good idea in that unit. Now Dragon Slayers, they're an elite unit here for La Leonard. It's curious to see he put them up so early. Ironfoot Spears charged out, and they're literally getting obliterated by the skirmishers. But we've got crossbows here trying to fight back against the Uruk-hai crossbows and the Snaga skirmishers, to a degree. Alan's trying to hold back the tide there too. He might struggle a little bit. We've got the axe throwers here too, but they haven't been called to battle just yet. Hulk Javelins being redeployed. We've got Sauron's Will here. They should be engaging the Balakas shield bearers. I think Thomas already lost a little bit of micro on them there. Now, Pelican Marines, looks like they have a better target here. But they're not firing at the moment. And looks like the floodgates have opened a little bit there. Grizzly Fox making a few errors here with his Marines and his Veterans. His Veterans could be firing directly into the enemy forces here. So it seems like microing is proving to be a big problem in this battle. At least, well, it was serving the defenders well at first, but now they're sort of struggling a little bit. Pelican Marines should be brought back. Okay, well, I think Embarrass just lost their general. It could be the ALLFATHERs. We've got 19 warriors. Chateau did have archers. I thought he did. I know I said he didn't before. I also forgot about the non-general warriors. I didn't see them fire before at the enemy cavalry when they were attacking. We also have other enemy archers as well. So I take back my earlier comments about Naris did not bring any archers. I just didn't see Naris firing at him at all. We also have some God Hell and NUR as well. Cousin Reclaimers. Oh man, that's the Iron Watch right there. Okay, so yep, the Iron Watch of Miramir is now a formidable force. Just try and figure out where they are.
Quickly, my lord.
Oh, there they
We
are.
must regain command of the city lest we lose it.
Alright, here we go. Oh, did he halt his fire? We got Reclaimers here. We also got Temple Guard shooting their way as well. A lot of them shooting upwards. Elder enemy archers also shooting upwards. That's bad news for the for the attackers there. Get my words mixed up a little bit tonight. The Iron Watch isn't firing anymore. Well, they were firing. They were shooting there. It's like they're trying to hit something. Have a look. Okay, here we go. That was intense. Temple Executioner's fighting off against Khazad-dûm as he comes over the walls. We've got the defenders stretched here quite a bit. They're holding out for the moment. We've got one guy killed by rotting meat there. Unfoot Axar is taking out the unit of Urukai crossbows that are out of ammunition. Okay, we've got axe throwers versus, I think, Snagger skirmishers. They need to switch targets. Nope. No, it's not targeting them. Okay, Trolls of White going in. Sons of Durin being brought in. Wardens miss Ethel. We have a lot of units here that were destroyed. I think by the Urukai crossbows. I think all these were axe throwers too. Wardensmith Ethel still have ammunition.
Only half the enemy.
Grizzlies lost micro on them. We've got 45 and 46 here. Jeez, the defenders are getting hammered. Before it was the other way around. Now the tables are turned. Okay. We've got Harbinger's Casimir up here. And we also have some Nazgul from Tommy. They'll definitely even the playing field against the Harbinger's Casimir. In fact, I think Ricky's about to lose his general. It is impressive to see Gondor still holding here after all this time.
The battle is very much in our favor.
Temple Guard down to
If we
23.
remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
We've got Khazad-dûm trying to push their way through, muscle their way through the Gondorian forces.
allies have lost their leader. Without their general, they may lose. The battle is very
Okay,
much
we lost
in
another
our
attacking
favor.
general.
If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Okay, looks like the Mountain Warriors are out of ammunition. Okay, Ricky Beagle has most of his army outside the walls here. They're not charging in. 52 to 55. Isengard's really charging in over here. Both players. We've got javelins coming in.
We have captured the enemy's walls.
The defenders need to stop trying to retreat. We've got all javelins throwing in. Ricky Beagle's charged in now. And this charge here definitely coincides with the Isengard big push over there. We've got Isengard trying to overwhelm the defenders here. Attacking forces, I think, owning first level now. I know Gondor's still doing okay on the other side, but MP and Irish Gunner have really pushed here to cut off most of the defenders' escape. They've done a good job at destroying 2 Guards with Skiliath units. The Javelins are really trying to do their best to try and turn the tide here, but Isengard seems to be just taking it on the nose. Dragon says Air Mithril are also in the mix here. I think we've got 2 units here of all Jabbies coming in. Javelins are definitely trying to do their bit.
Ally lies dead, slain by the enemy.
Okay, that was one of the Isengard generals, obviously.
Our foe has lost control of the city.
Got a sea of dead Isengard corpses here.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have
I
lost.
don't think
half
Tom got to
their
use
men.
all his ammunition there. We've got Mordor holding here for the moment. We've got Casimir's Rangers from Ricky Beagle down here though. Where are they shooting at? Temple Guard. So it's Temple Guard versus Casimir's Rangers here. The Rangers broken. Sauron's Will also broken.
Taken control of the city.
Okay, we've got our second. Sorry, I think that's our 4th attacking general fallen there. I watch the Miramir's moving up. We'll keep an eye on their progress for sure. Godhelm looks like they're out of ammunition. It is 67 to 79 so far. So it's really impressive, despite the hammering they took before, the attackers are really turning this around. We've got Snagger Skirmishers here, trying to outflank the Orc Javelins. I'm wondering if they'll turn around and fire at the Snagger Skirmishers.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast,
They broke.
be ours.
Holy smokes, a unit of 150 broke. Just because you had 3 Guards of Warthink attacking them. Well, maybe the Guards of Khazad has something to do with it, but that's insane. They hardly touched them and they broke. That was kid's glove on steroids breaking there. Okay, we've got the defenders on the run. The attacking forces are finally taking the lower levels. The defenders seemed to do a good job there for a while, and then all of a sudden everything just fell apart when the huge Isengard push happened. The defenders weren't prepared for it, they didn't see it coming. They were trying to retreat the forces when it happened. And those Guards of Warthink units were caught out. They weren't used to battle or fight. They were simply caught out, overwhelmed, and cut down. Those heavy pike units are only solid in the front. They're vulnerable from the sides and the rear. Just as those kind of units always have been in the past, in real life and in video games. Alright, so the attacking forces are sweeping now. They'll be at the 2nd level soon. For some reason, we've got some city guard charging out here looking to annihilate this unit of Urkai berserkers that are all on their lonesome. Yeah, and to be fair, this is definitely a good decision. Embedded in a mob, those berserkers could do more damage. And it was easy kills there for Erebor, so good on Larn for spotting that and taking them out. And he's getting out of there before the hordes arrive. Okay. Looks like we've got a small advanced team about to go in. Oh no, they're holding their positions right now. Alright guys, so we'll do a small cut here and come back soon. Okay guys, Chateau Picard is our first player to charge up the dreaded hill, but for some reason the defenders have given up this position. This is the strongest position the defenders could hold. And we've got a catapult here it's hard to see how this is going to be used effectively. But, you know, maybe Tony knows what he's doing. You'd think the best place for the catapult is have defending forces hold the attackers as they come up the hill here and have the catapult on the ledge right here to fire into. Now if these guys are out of ammunition, then Chateau's plan is to go around on the 3rd level and outflank the defenders on the other side. These guys are pretty fast, they should be able to make the distance pretty quickly. Alright, but that's nuts. I am surprised they gave up this position. We also got crossbows heading up too. They still have ammunition. Why they weren't being brought up earlier to shoot at the Murderous troops as they ran up the hill is a bit of a mystery to me.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Okay, catapults winding up. Hopefully it works out well for him. And he touched him there. Good fire from the crossbows. Continuing Shadowbows also firing to the Urquhart pikes. So this is a bit better from the defenders. $72 to 94. Oh, see, this is what I was kind of afraid of. They killed about 10 of their own troops, and the Obsidian Guard is a big loss. Even one troop is a big loss for the defending player, and he just took out 10 of them. Obsidian Guard might be a strong unit, but when you do that to them, you're not doing yourself any favours. Now that one was a close call. I mean, it took out 1 or 2 friendly troops, but it took out a lot of enemy troops. So I suppose that trade-off is okay, but catapult's being caught out here. They could lose it. Tommy's trying to rescue it. Doing Servo's firing and trying to do as much damage to Isengard as I can.
Come on! The enemy is no longer in command of the city. Curses! Our men no longer command the city.
Okay, looks like we're about to see the end here. I think the defenders might all admit defeat at once. There's only it's only 100 frames or so left.
Ah, my lord. Our men are in control of the city.
Okay guys, so we obviously had a crash here, or someone desynced. But as you can see, we had the attacking troops, those are the non-tuner warriors we saw before coming around. The fall of the defenders here was inevitable. That's why this replay was worth showing in the end. It's unfortunate we don't get to see the kill counts, but still it was a great battle. Well done to both sides. Good for the attackers for sticking in there and grinding their way to victory. They did well. Thank you to the ALLFATHER for sending in the replay. This is Scouts of Entertainment signing off. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye.